The Rifter, one of the premier ships of the Minotaur Republic. It boasts two engine cooling vents, allowing it to reach greater speeds than many other combat vessels of its class. As a Minotaur boat, it boasts the same bonuses. It is faster than other ships. It is more agile than most others, only rivaled by the Galenti. In addition, the Rifter specifically has a projection bonus, allowing it to place its shots almost anywhere within its targeting range. However, as a Minotaur boat, it does have its drawbacks. Minotaur vessels often have lower cargo capacity, lower targeting range, and lower capacitor than many other ships in its weight class. This is true across the board. You can see it even with the Stabber and the Rupture. Um, a lot of Minotaur boats are designed with the idea of using capacitor boosters, which is where the cargo capacity comes from. However, I found a few ways to get around that. Welcome to my Rifter video. Let's see what we can pull off today. My name is Mike. In game, you can find me as Mike Head. I am a top 50 Rifter pilot. I have been flying the Rifter on and off for basically 2 years straight now. I have found a few fits that work really well. I've also collected a suite of different fits that we're going to be going over and showcasing today. We're going to be going over a kite fit, we're going to be going over a brawl fit, we're going to be going over a ram fit, and I'll show you all the trouble that I've gotten into. Let's get right into it.
First, we're going to be going over kite rifters. Kite rifters, I think, are the superior option out of all of the rifter fits. They have a much wider engagement profile overall, and in my opinion, can do the most when solo. These are not a fleet ship. They are not good tackle. They're not good DPS. They do enough DPS to win fights, and that's it. You can very easily 1vx with a kite rifter because you can get off the gate really quickly. You can get off the beacon. You can move around. You have great projection. I choose the 250s with a tracking enhancer because then I can still shoot out to 26 kilometers. That's well within the base targeting range of the Rifter. You can see here what I mean about targeting range. The Kestrel, I think, is something like 40 kilometers, whereas the Rifter is sitting at a measly 28. You can put some variations on this fit. Some people will use targeting range rigs to extend their targeting range. Some people, instead of using a capacitor battery, which I have here, instead of using a battery, they'll use a capacitor booster, because once you pop the sticks in, you can run your SAR forever with everything running, as long as you have sticks. Theoretically, it's superior. I think you should just fly better and keep more cargo for loot. That's my opinion. But that's what I think about the Kite Rifter. And now I'm going to showcase some fights.
Here we're fighting a Kestrel at the Sun. He decided he wanted to do a 1v1. I'm going to take range. You see me here fiddling with my keep at range. I'll manually set it here shortly. Basically, the goal here is to stay out of javelin rocket range. He ended up not bringing javs, so it wasn't too much of a problem. But we really wanted to stay out of that. The whole reason why I have a T2 warp disruptor on the kite fit is so that you can stay out of javelin range. We're going to skip some of this real fast. So here we've eaten through all of his armor. He hasn't even touched us. He forgot to bring javelins, like I said. And so we just win the fight. And that's that. Here I found an autocannon thrasher. And we're basically just going to take range. And if you watch carefully on this, I didn't take off immediately. So I could have died if he scrammed me at first, but I stayed out of range. I was able to catch him. It was a clean kill. He didn't bring barrage, it looks like. Yep, here we go. We're just eating through him. And the kite fit's basically just staying out of range, being untouchable. And that's all you really need to do to win the fight. if I can actually land the shots here. I don't know why it's not landing the shots. I forgot how much hull it eats through in this video. Uh, so here we go, and he pops now. What? Boom. Easy, clean kill.
Now we're going to talk about the Brawl Rifter. The Brawl Rifter is one of the tankiest, most damaging CQC ships, in my opinion, in the game. In terms of T1 frigates, I mean. It does comparable damage to a Firetail. They're not the slowest ship, but we are sitting pretty with a 400mm plate on this fit. You'll notice this is not an expensive fit. It's just very tight on fitting. You will need to have your fitting skills up to par for this fit. We have explosive resist rig. Depending on the other pilot, you can kill dual rep breachers. You can kill 400mm plate kestrels. If they don't have a tracking disruptor, you can kill kite ships like condors who try to use tracking disruptors on you. There's a lot you can do with this. There's a lot you can do with the Brawl Rifter. The problem is it doesn't have as wide an engagement profile for sliding into things. This is a 1v1 or 1v2 ship because it doesn't have a lot of damage mitigation. It's basically just face tanking something and killing it dead. But I'm going to show you its damage hot real fast. We're looking at 243 damage hot. That's amazing. And I don't even have max skills, I don't think. There's a few variations on this. There's the 200-200, which you're going to find as slightly better range, but it's significantly less. It's slightly better range, slightly better DPS, but significantly worse HP. This fit will lose to the 150-400 I was just showing you. Every time. It doesn't matter. It does not have the EHP to keep up, and it only has 10 more DPS. However, there is a 200-400 fit that is a little bit pricier because we use a T2 ancil, and then we have an ambit extender. So we're going to pop Hail in here real fast so you can see its range. We're doing slightly less damage than the 150. We have significantly better range. In addition, we're just as tanky as the 150-400. This fit is sworn as better than the 150. I think it's worse because you don't actually gain a lot more for the price tag. It's significantly harder to fit. But if it's your bag, baby. And now we're going to go over some brawl fits or some brawl fights. I'm going to show you what it can and can't do.
Here I found a Algos. A lot of farming Algoses are shield fit, and they don't do a lot in the way of damage. They just have the drones, they just have the shields, they just spin around and they farm. So I'm just going to ram him. I'm just going to do a lot of damage as fast as I can. His drones don't even engage me. I have to assume he's either asleep at the wheel or a bot and his bot broke. I don't know. But we're going to skip to the end here so I can show you the standard botting fit. Alright, so we're just going to clean him out. As you can see, his drones didn't do anything. He literally didn't do anything. There are people like this all over the game. You just have to find them. And, you know, that's it. That's it. Alright, here I got really ballsy. I was making an assumption that one of these two would fly out and I could take the other. Neither of them left the Plex. Neither of them left. So the goal here against a Blaster Cat is you get all the way up to scram range and you just eat it. A Corax, a Afterburner frigate can survive against a light missile Corax as long as you can get scram and web. Obviously, they're both here. They're both right here. So I'm having to really hope and pray that I survive this, and I do actually. We're just gonna let the whole fight play out so you can see how they flubbed this fight. I was actually really proud of this because I was expecting to lose the Rifter at the end of this, but watch, I kill him. I think I try to get closer to him, and then he hits me again, and we leave, and that's it. That's it. For this one, I'm just gonna let the fight play out so you can see it. I slide in on a ram comet. Anytime you slide in on a comet, it's going to be a coin flip between rail AB or blaster AB or blaster micro warp drive. You can successfully scram kite a blaster micro warp drive comet in the CQC Rifter. You just have to get all the way out to scram max range with barrage. I guess fusion would also have been better, but I brought EMP, so I'm rocking fusion. And you just kill them. The drones don't do enough DPS for you to worry about it. Almost every comet is going to be a combination of SAR and small ancillary repper and hull uh, tank. So you'll see that here. I eat through his armor because he doesn't have any armor resists, and now I'm just punching into his hole for almost 30 seconds. And I'm manually changing my orbit range so I can keep scram at the maximum. You'll see I almost forgot to turn it back on so he couldn't warp out. And my repper is going as hard as it can right now. Just really, really doing its best. And then we kill him. And that's the fight.
Lastly, we have the Ram Rifter. This is my Ram Rifter fit. I have not flown this in Faction Warfare this week. I flew a different ship, a different fit. This is the superior Ram fit. Fly this, not the one I'm about to show you. Do not fly what I'm about to show you. Fly this one. However, the videos I'm about to show you are this fit. To show you the damage difference, we're looking at 240 DPS versus 400 DPS. Don't fly this fit, but we're gonna cap this video off with some fights and some things I did that are really goofy. Thank you everyone for watching my video. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you have learned something about the Rifter today. And go out there, find me, and blow me up if you can.